Classroom of the Elite Season 2 Episode 8, and I know I'm very late making this episode review for this episode and for the next couple of episodes, but I simply had too much stuff going on the real world, and to be honest I wasn't really feeling that well these couple of last weeks. So yeah, well, I didn't have that much time at all, to be honest, to make these episode reviews, but I still wanted to make them because I don't know, maybe somebody right now or in the future will still want to consult or see episodes review like this, and for myself too, because I probably in the future will watch this second season and will want to watch my own episode reviews to see what opinion I had at that time, if they changed or if they haven't changed. So yeah, that is one of the reasons, couple of reasons that I'm making these episode reviews this late, and for the next couple of episodes too. Hopefully the next couple of episodes I can still make them when they come out, but let's see if that will be the case. And this episode review will be a little bit faster, shorter, and more concise than my previous 7 episode reviews that I have made of the anime, because mainly I think I want to get caught up with the most recent episodes, and I don't want to really focus that much on these episodes. Of course they are important, don't get me wrong, they are important, but I'm still going to try to pack up, concise everything I have to say of these episodes the most that I can, while still saying the most important things. So yeah, let me just start by saying that the general theme or topic of this episode is basically finding out Kushida's past finally. We got hints in the last couple of episodes of that something probably happened in her past, in middle school to be precise, that she knew well Horikita from her past, not necessarily knew, but they went to the same middle school and things of that nature, but we didn't really know the full extent of what happened in her past. We saw a couple of scene shots of her being, basically all crazy with her classroom in full chaos, but yeah, that was the full extent of what we knew. And in this episode, of course, we get basically everything, because that is basically what the episode focused all the time on. And yeah, we learned that, well, she's basically a person that wants attention. That is her main, you can say, characteristic of her. She wants attention, she wants to feel praise, she wants to feel that she's needed, she wants to help, she wants to do a lot of things, she wants to be a good person, she wants to get, well, good things from people. And I mean, this is good to a certain extent, but we also see the dark side of this type of you can call it feeling, when you want to feel like you're helping, when you want to feel like you're being a good person, when you want to get praise. It is good to a certain extent, because you start making acts like, helping people out and basically solving problems and things of that nature, which of course will always be good. But we also see the dark side of it, because with Kushida it was pushed to the extreme, because she of course wanted more and more and more attention, and she only thrived of that. It got to a point where she depended on that basically, because she wasn't given that. Well, she broke down, and we see actually her breaking down when she was found out, in her post, in her blog, when everybody found out in her class that she was posting in a blog. Well, she started receiving that attention, that much desired attention that she wanted, and we see the consequences. She basically breaks down, she has a nervous breakdown, she basically tells the whole classroom what she knew until that point, which is a lot, because of course, while she was helping out, while she was being useful, well, she learned a lot of things from her classmates. And of course, feeling betrayed, I mean, to a certain extent it is true that Kushida was betrayed in a way, because I mean, all the help, all the things that she was doing was quickly undone, just like that. I mean, all those, I don't know how much it was, but years, maybe months of helping that she did to her classmates, solving problems, being there, helping them study and things of that nature, even sometimes being basically a maid, because we even see shots of her basically giving drinks to the girls and things of that nature. So yeah, you can kind of say it was comprehensible in a way, because yeah, all of that undone in basically a matter of blinking. But at the same time, we can say, or pretty much say that, I mean, the reaction of she being, found out was a bit overreacting, to be honest. Because, yeah, I mean, in a way, you can kind of sympathize with her to a certain point. Mainly that her class basically threw everything out that she did that easily. But her reaction was not, of course, the best. It was not how everyone should react. So, yeah. She basically told everybody what she knew. She basically destroyed her class with that. And yeah, that is what happened in her past. I actually didn't expect this type of past from Kuchida. To be honest, I didn't expect anything because I didn't stop to think and speculate what her past could have been. I just really was waiting, to be honest, at this point to see her past. So yeah, I mean, it is pretty interesting to see that she had that type of past. She even calls it not that interesting. So yeah, there is that. I mean, as always, Ayano Kochi is not surprised and Horikita is. But yeah, I mean, she made a bet which is the other focus of the episode. The second most important thing that happened in this episode, which is Horikita and Kuchida basically making a bet and her brother, Horikita's brother, being basically the judge. And of course, we know that he's not that type of person to care that much about Horikita. And he will actually be there to see her sister drop out if one of them fails. So yeah, he is acting the perfect judge. So yeah, that is the other second most important thing that happened in this episode, which is them making a promise. We also learned in this episode that Ayano Kochi will also be added to that bet because he wanted to learn well about Kushida's past, and because of that he now involved in this bet. So if Horikita lose, not only will she be expelled but also Ayano Kochi. I wonder why Ayano Kochi wanted to learn about Horikita's past. It is pretty interesting to see that Ayano Kochi basically asked almost insistently Kuchida to tell him her past. So yeah, it is pretty interesting to speculate on what could be the reason of Ayano Kochi wanting to do that. I don't know, to be honest, I have no idea. It is probably going to be used in the future, whatever Ayano Kochi plan has with Kushida's past. But yeah, I mean, something interesting will definitely come out of this. But yeah, I mean, that is everything I wanted to talk about in this episode. A lot of minor things happen in this episode. We got a little bit more of Maya. We got these group studies that are going on, and different people assigned to these different groups, and other couple of minor things that happened in this episode. But the two main things that happened was the bet and learning about Kushida's past. And yeah, like I said at the beginning of the episode, the whole main topic or theme of this episode is just that learning about Kushida and everything revolving around her. So I don't know what you thought of this episode, but I think that will be my episode review. I hope you enjoy it, and I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.